Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And on this specific training, we are going to continue our Salesforce integration and setup video series. And more specifically, I want to talk to you about the LeadStream. This is more of a kind of a bonus video, just something that you may want to consider. So when you're using or taking advantage of the LeadStream concept of dialing, that allows you and your organization to initiate dial sessions from the phone burner UI and have those activities, those call logs, back to Salesforce. You can even display the iframe of the lead or contact record, depending on the object that you are integrating with to do this type of dialing. However, what if you wanted to take advantage of LeadStream, but you really want your team to continue to work out of Salesforce? You always want them in the Salesforce UI, or as much as possible in the Salesforce UI. Wouldn't it be nice to allow them to actually initiate a LeadStream dial session right from here? I don't know, maybe something that you'd be interested in. It's pretty simple to do it if you want to take advantage of it. We just need to add a button or buttons based off of the lead streams that you would like them to initiate from the Salesforce UI. Now, in order to take advantage of this, you still have to get the contact or lead data over into PhoneBurner, because we can only do LeadStream concept of dialing if the contacts or leads exist in the PhoneBurner CRM. But we can initiate the dial session from Salesforce. So how would we do this? Let's jump over to the contact object in the setup section, and we're going to add a button. We're going to go to button links and actions, and we're going to create a new button. Of course, like everything in Salesforce, this is just one method that we're going to use here. So let's say, for example, we want to do our contact lead stream. You might have multiple lead streams, like different types, like win-backs or closed lost, things like that, whatever it might be. So keep in mind the name of the lead streams when you're doing something like this. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump back over here. Let's name this one. Now, of course, depending on where you want to add it, I'm going to make this a list button, although it's really not a list button because they can't check boxes when they're doing this. They're not actually choosing who they want to dial, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to throw it up in that same section there, but you could certainly put it on a specific detail page. It seems like it wouldn't be the right place to put it on the details because why would you want to launch a lead stream from a specific record? But you certainly could. You could add it to the details page, then they could launch it. But we're going to launch a specific URL, which is going to be our lead stream URL. And the leads or contacts that are called are going to be defined by whatever leads or contacts have been added to our PhoneBurner account into the specific distribution folder for that lead stream. So where we place it is not as important as what we put in here. So I'm going to go ahead and choose list button as the option. And I don't really think that the behavior is going to much matter here. The content source is going to be a URL. And what we need to do is just construct the URL. It's pretty simple to do this. Let's jump over to leads. If you see here, when you click begin dial session, that's going to launch a specific URL. So you see that up there. It's there for just a brief moment, but it just takes the lead stream ID and launches a dial session. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. Let's go to our lead stream section or configuration. Let's go to our Salesforce contacts lead stream, and you'll see this ID right here, 51603. And that's essentially what we want to launch. And so I've already copied the URL that we need. I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to insert that here. And then the last thing we need is the ID of the lead stream. And now that we've got that, well, let's go ahead and save. So now we need to add it to our view. So we're going to click on Search Layouts. We're going to edit the default layout. And we'll see our new button that we created, Contact Lead Stream. Let's add that, save. And we're going to go to List View Button Layout. We're going to edit that. We'll see our new button, Contact Lead Stream. Add that and save it. Once we save that, if we go back to the contact object, let's go ahead and load the contact list again. And so from here, we can actually choose that Contact LeadStream button to initiate a phone burner dial session, the LeadStream dial session from there. Of course, selecting records is irrelevant at that point because all of the records that we call from this specific LeadStream is based off of the data that's been fed over to phone burner. So you could actually create multiple lead streams on the phone burner side, create multiple buttons on the Salesforce side. Your team could continue to work out of Salesforce the way they would expect, and then they could launch dial sessions to lead streams. As long as they are assigned to those lead streams in phone burner, they should be able to dial through those lead streams if you assign them to those buttons. So anyway, just kind of a fun thing that you might want to consider, not anything that you have to do. If you want to add an option for them to actually initiate the lead stream from within the Salesforce UI, it's not too hard to do that. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I hope you have fun with that, and I hope this helps you and your organization get more done in less time using the power of phone burner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.